Hey, Pardon My Take listeners, you can find every episode on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Prime members can listen ad-free on Amazon Music. On today's Pardon My Take, we have a twofer. Bryan Cranston, some are saying #1 actor of all time.
Television actor of all time.
Bryan Cranston, awesome interview with him. He's got a new show coming out that you got to check out Sunday night, Your Honor, on Showtime. And then we have our good friend Trey Wingo, who talks to us about his departure from ESPN. He names names.
Listen, if you are looking for a salacious interview about a former ESPNer who names names, it's Trey Wingo. Talks about Bears, talks about weed.
Names,
your basic Trey Wingo interview.
Yes, names. Got a new podcast out, so go check that out. We have Week 13 preview. We have Fantasy Fuck Lads. We have Fyre Fest of the Week and so much more. And it's always brought to you by our friends at the Cash App. Not only is it the easiest place to send money to your friends, it's the safest. Go download the Cash App right now. It is super, super easy to use. If you have a cash tag, Cash App is giving away money all the time on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you are. We're actually going to start streaming with them a lot more on Twitch, maybe in the new year. So if you have a cash tag, you can get some free money by hopping in those comments and leaving your cash tag there.
They're also making merch. I just talked to our Cash App guy. They're sending us Cash App merch. Jumpsuit
Let's
January.
Go. Fuck yeah,
Heck
Cash
yes.
App.
Big Cat, are you excited about Jumpsuit January this year?
Yeah.
No,
it's not. Hank, me and you, I'm ride or die.
I'll do it.
I've already started getting involved
in
in Jumpsuit January.
Jumpsuit January.
What?
One more time?
Oh, yeah. It is. I'm in. What? I'm in. I'm in. I'm in for Jumpsuit January. I am in for Jumpsuit January for at least the start.
That's a lie.
There are points in time when
There's
it's
still the jumpsuits I bought you for Christmas last year. With
Yeah.
the
Well, you bought me
That's
double
right.
XL, so I'm swimming it.
I like them so much that I
was
wear
very
them
mean.
even when it's
Yeah.
not Jumpsuit January.
Yeah. All right.
And then
so,
Hank makes fun of me for wearing them because he entrapped me into putting on those sweatpants.
Okay, so download the Cash App. Cash App's going to have some jumpsuits for us. Download the Cash App. Enter the referral code Barstool. You get $10 for free, $10 to the ASPCA when you download the Cash App. Download it. From the App Store, Google Play Store today, and support our friends at the Cash App. Okay, let's go.
Now in the street there is violence, and a lot of work to be done. No place to hang out or washing, and then I can't blame all on the sun. Oh no, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue, and then we'll take it higher. Oh, we're gonna rock down to Electric Avenue.
My Take, presented by Barstool Sports.
Welcome to Part of My Take, presented by the Cash App. Go download it right now. Use code Barstool. You get $10 for free, $10 to the ASPCA. Today is Friday, December 4th, and we had Wednesday afternoon football, and we have Week 13 football coming up, and we're going to talk a little college football playoffs.
I love it. I actually really enjoyed Wednesday afternoon football. It was a nice little break in the middle of the week. I don't want it every week, but it's like surprise football is never a bad thing.
It was essentially the Pinstripe Bowl.
Yeah,
it felt like it felt like I should be watching Wake Forest play Purdue, and you're like, what's going on? I don't care. It's football. It's awesome. Who the fuck cares?
And I was glad that it was RG3. It would have felt weird if it was a matchup of two fully healthy teams playing against each other. But the fact that we got at least one backup in RG3 and then Trace McSorley stepped in
Cover God.
at the end of the game, covered. I thought that it was appropriate for the day of the week that it was. I like chaos just in general when it comes to my football season.
Yep.
I would like to see, maybe not every team, but yeah, every team. I think every team should have like a 24/7 challenge that they get to use once a year where they get to pick an opponent and be like, we get to play you within 24 hours at this neutral site, and they have to show up and do it unprepared.
It's like that the belt that they have in
Yeah,
in
that's what I'm
wrestling.
saying, the 24/7 belt.
Yeah. So coming out of that game, now I don't judge any of these weird games. Whenever you take a game that's on a Wednesday and they've been waiting to play it since Thursday, and half the roster for the Ravens is basically out, and the Steelers have their own COVID issues, I don't really have like a big takeaway from it. I'm not going to say like, ooh, this team looked like shit, or ooh, this team looked better, because I assume that the coaches are essentially saying, like, by any means necessary. We just got to win this game. No, it doesn't matter, style points, whatever. Nothing matters here. Just figure out a way to win the game. Doesn't matter how we look. But with that said, can you remember an 11-0 team feeling as weird as the Steelers? And I think the Steelers are very good. I think they are the second best team in the AFC. But it feels like the national media thinks the Steelers stink.
I think Mike Tomlin actually thinks that the Steelers stink. I really do, because you're right. Normally a game like that would be it's a classic Mike Tomlin escape the stadium game. He's like, we escaped the stadium with a win. That's something that he loves to say after any sort of close like road win. Mm-hmm. But after this game, he was like, we sucked. We absolutely sucked. He was the one that was saying it. And yeah, I think it's fair to say the Steelers are the worst 11-0 team of all time. Let me ask you this. Could the 2017 San Francisco 49ers in their last 4 games
maybe
beat the 2020 11-0 Pittsburgh Steelers?
If it's in San Francisco.
I say maybe with Jimmy G.
So I do think the Steelers are good. I think their defense is very good. I just don't – it's very weird because usually when a team's 11-0, it just feels like it's being talked about a lot more as like this dominant wrecking ball team. I don't know what it is about the Steelers that has everyone like – oh, well, there's the other shoe's going to drop. I actually think that they should try to lose a game just so that everyone can be down on them, and then they can come back and be like, fuck you, revenge tour in the playoffs.
Either that, or it would be kind of hilarious if they just, like, squeaked their way to 16 wins and, like, you know, beat the football team by 1 point, or, like, won in overtime against the football team, had some really unimpressive victories, and ended up going perfect for the entire season, winning the Super Bowl. It would be very funny just to put that in Patriots fans' faces.
Yes. Well, now that I'm saying this, too, you probably shouldn't lose a game because you want that one bye. Although, what is the tiebreaker for the byes again? So
the 10th tiebreaker is point differential.
I think because the Chiefs lost to the Raiders, if the Steelers drop one to the NFC, they would still get the 1 seed, right. I believe.
So, wild card tiebreaker, head-to-head.
No, this is for 1 seed tiebreaker. 1 seed tiebreaker.
Yeah, I think.
So I think I'm right.
I think I'm right. I think you're right.
Yeah. So that means that they should lose this game.
They should probably lose this game.
It's their last chance.
Yeah. Good point, Big Cat.
There you go.
Listen, you know what this is? This is the point of no return for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yep.
You either have to lose to the football team this week, and then you're basically like home free, easy breezy. Don't have to worry about anything else. Just kind of relax, go through the motions, get into the playoffs, or you have to sweat out and grind out every game, and it's going to be a battle moving forward if you're foolish enough to beat the Washington football team. So I hope that they're not. I do think that if they were to bench Ben Roethlisberger and some of their other starters like later on in the season, like week 17, I don't think that Big Ben comes back ready for the play. I think he will believe that he is benched because he's injured.
Yes.
In that 1 week off.
Yes.
And then that's going to mess with him mentally. So yeah, I think you gotta lose on Monday.
You gotta lose on Monday. You have to lose on Monday. I think that is we've decided this. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, we might get to, if they lose to an AFC team, we might get to like the 5th or 6th tiebreaker here. Mm-hmm. Strength of victory, strength of schedule. Strength of schedule will probably go against the Steelers. I think that maybe that's what it is, that they haven't. If you had to rank, so quick power rankings before we get to week 13.
Yes.
Chiefs, let's just do the top 5.
All right, Chiefs.
Let's just do top 5. Chiefs 1,
mm-hmm.
Saints 2.
Oh, we're going cross conference.
Yeah. So I'm saying overall, because I'm going to make a bigger
My
point
hours
after
of
this.
prep that I did for the power rankings are out the window.
This is off the top of our head.
I can wing it. Yeah, I'm going to go Chiefs 1. I'm going to go Saints 2.
And now Packers fans will say, well, they beat the Saints. That is true. But if you're talking about who's playing the best right this second,
right,
it would probably be Saints.
It's without a doubt the Saints.
Right. So Chiefs 1, Saints 2. Should we Packers 3? Packers 3? I mean, I guess you have to go Packers 3?
Yeah, we'll go Packers 3.
And then
Pittsburgh.
Well, wait. Oh, sorry. What am I saying? Pittsburgh's 3. No, Pittsburgh's 2.
Pittsburgh's 2?
Now we're confused. Here's what we're going to do. Power rankings, top 5 teams without the Steelers involved. Pittsburgh is 2. But
okay.
I'm trying to make a bigger point. So the Chiefs 1, the Saints 2, the Packers 3. Number 4, what? Bills?
I'm going to say Bills. I don't really trust the Seahawks. I don't really trust the Titans. Yeah,
right.
Bills. Let's go Bills.
Bills 4, and then 5, maybe the Seahawks or the Rams.
I'd say Seahawks.
Okay, so Seahawks. So again, I have the Steelers 2 behind the Chiefs, but my point is, if you go through the top 5 teams, you can keep going, even get to 6, 7, whatever you want to get to. The Steelers haven't played any of those teams. So that's probably why we're sitting here being like, you have to get to maybe their win against the Titans to start saying, okay, here's a win that you look at and you're like, that's a team that you can compete in the playoffs. And that probably is why we're sitting here being like, what's up with these 11-0 Steelers?
But you know what we're not saying about them? We're not using the F word.
No.
We're not calling them the F word.
Very good.
Bud
Dupree.
Bud Dupree.
Yep.
Great name. He's out.
I think the Steelers, especially if they get the 1 seed, then they basically, whoever they play in the first round, the second round, they win. They have to win 1 game against the Chiefs at home.
Yep.
And I think that is maybe it's not a strictly coin toss. Maybe it's 55-45.
Patrick
Chiefs.
Mahomes in a stadium named after ketchup. I don't know. That's going to be tough. I want to go back to the actual game on Wednesday because, first of all, I have to give a shout-out to RG3 for only getting a hamstring injury.
Yep.
I think we saw worse coming out of it. The way that he was falling in the first half, there's no bigger spaz in the NFL than Robert Griffin III.
Yep.
That's the only word that I can use to describe him. When he falls, his legs bend in directions I didn't think were possible. Like what should be a normal slide, he ends up just like his ligaments collapse on themselves.
Yep.
So I'm glad that he didn't get more injured than he did.
Same.
And then John Harbaugh is the absolute king, the GOAT of being pissed off about a coach doing something to him that he would do against a coach in a heartbeat if he had thought of it first.
Yes.
So the delay of game penalty at the end of the first half, it was obviously a delay of game, right? The guy in the Steelers
He was laying on the ground.
20 seconds,
right.
basically.
Totally burned the clock.
And then John Harbaugh was screaming at the top of his lungs, and then most coaches would kind of let it go and not continue to bring it up even after the game. Not Harbaugh. When Harbaugh gets out-coached or when another coach pulls one over on him, he'll be upset for years. It was like that Patriots game where they covered up they
made him change the rules afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah. So Harbaugh he's a guy that's in traffic and he sees people driving past him on the shoulder and he's like, look at these fucking assholes. And then he tries to steer his car onto the shoulder and he can't make it out of the traffic jam.
Yes. Scott Frost, shout out to Scott Frost. He's number 2 right now in my power rankings of that.
Oh, really?
Well, was it last Friday when they played Iowa, he complained after the game that the Iowa sideline was clapping to simulate snaps in an empty stadium.
That is a John Harbaugh move.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Kirk Ferentz was just like, Are you serious, dude? It's football.
And I like John Harbaugh, and I think all this comes from a place of getting his ass kicked by Jim growing up.
Yep.
And so you have
little brother syndrome.
Yeah,
no, he's the big brother.
Well,
he's little brother.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like Jim Harbaugh was getting into fist fights with his little brother as recently as probably 10 years ago, trying to drown him. So I'm sure he had a lot of experience creating excuses for himself when he was growing up because you have to have a reason why your younger brother beat you up.
Yes, agreed. All right. So Week 13. Let's do a little preview. This is a weird slate. I don't think there's not a lot of premier games, but there aren't. I mean, it feels like a lopsided slate, especially because we have 3 games after Sunday. But we'll start with it. We'll rapid fire through it. Saints-Falcons.
Saints.
I actually think the Falcons will win this game.
No,
the Falcons always beat the Saints once. They always just do it.
This is right in the middle of the Saints' run.
This is right in the middle of the Falcons' run.
Okay, so it's run versus run.
Yeah, the Falcons' late season to get to 7-9, and everyone says, "Ooh, the Falcons weren't so bad." Run. They're in the balls deep.
But doesn't it feel like it's been a little bit too long since we've had a heartbreaking Atlanta Falcons loss?
Yeah,
I feel like that's a volcano. That's the Yellowstone super volcano. That's 500 years overdue.
They did just lose to the Saints in the Dome 3 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, no, you're right. I think I'm going to probably end up betting the Falcons because everyone's going to say the Saints are going to win this game.
How's Drew Brees doing?
Another rib broken.
I ate the McRib yesterday, which, by the way,
made out of his
It's
ribs.
Delicious. That's the material that Drew Brees' rib is made out of.
Yep.
1,000,000%.
Yep. Bears-Lions, who cares? Billy just asked me, and I just couldn't even muster. I mean, all I'll say is that Darrell Bevell is not an interim head coach material that will get you pumped up. Just a news break for anyone who missed it on Saturday. Matt Patricia was fired. There will be some people on Sunday who tune in and be like, "What?
Yeah,
Matt Patricia's not there."
It was perfect timing.
It was perfect timing.
The problem I have with this is that the Detroit Lions interim head coach should always be Jim Bob Cooter.
Yeah,
always. I know he's on the Jets right now. I'm sure he would love to be the interim head coach. Has a team ever done that? Like gone out and got a guy to be their interim head coach?
They should. That should be Dan Campbell, just always ready to in the wings.
Yeah, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? To get a dude like that.
And Darrell Bevell, former Wisconsin quarterback, he is just, if you look at his face, you're like, that's just not, he's not going to get the guys pumped up. He's an accountant. So
looking him up right
that's
now.
what the
It's been a while
Bears
since
have
I've
going
taken
for
a
them.
look at him.
Also, shout out Matt Nagy for calling out everyone. Look in the mirror, dude. Or maybe he's been looking in the mirror and he just doesn't like what he sees. But the Bears are going to, for the Bears to get me back roped in, they got to win like 3 in a row.
Yeah.
And I'll be back roped in.
I'm looking at Darrell Bevell right now. The best description I could give, this dude carried around a card saying that he was a Yelp power reviewer and used it at multiple Jimmy Buffett Margaritaville restaurants.
Yes, he goes everywhere with the 2-for-1 coupon in his pocket. Browns Titans is I would say the premier game of the 1:00 slate. 8-3 versus 8-3. Tractor Cedo season. I'm excited for this game. This feels like if the Titans lose this game, people will still be in on the Titans. If the Browns win this game, people will be very much in on the Browns.
I'm already very much in on the Browns. I'm checking one thing. I think you know what that probably is right now.
Weather?
Nashville weather.
Weather.
Sunday. And it is going to be 47 with a 10%. That's not Browns weather.
That's not God OC
That's
weather.
That's Tractor Cedo weather right there.
Yep.
So I guess a lot depends on if Myles Garrett's playing.
Yes, that would be very important.
If he's playing, then I could talk I'm certainly going to bet on the Browns, but I could talk myself into the Browns winning that game if he's playing. If he's not, I think it's going to be a lot of hard yards via Tractor Cedo.
Yes. Bengals, Dolphins. I can already tell Hank loves this week because there are so many big dogs. And I actually do think the Bengals will keep this close. They're still playing, even though they're not good. They're still playing. So, and the Dolphins, and you go in this game, the Dolphins have to win this because they have a gauntlet coming up. So a little bit of extra pressure. This does feel like a weird, 3-point game.
It does. A lot of neon colors in this game. Mm-hmm. This makes me sad because this could have been quite a game for the takes if it was Joe Burrow against Tua.
Yeah,
and we could have decided at the end of their rookie years which one was going to be the better quarterback.
You're right.
That's sad to think about.
This does suck. What are you gonna say, Hank?
So right now the Dolphins are 7-4, the Colts are 7-4, the Raiders are 6-5, Baltimore 6-5, New England's 5-6. Obviously they have to win out, but with the win over Miami in Week 15, the Patriots will hold the tiebreaker over the Dolphins, Raiders, and Ravens.
Whoa!
Shout out to Tucker Boynton for that stat.
Whoa!
So we're not done yet.
Not done yet.
Wow! Still here.
Still here.
So, yeah, give me the
still here.
Stairway to 7. Stairway to 7.
Still fucking here.
Stairway to 7. Jaguars Vikings. That's just a weird. The Jaguars, whenever they wear their uniforms inside of a dome, I'm like, ugh. What's going on here?
Yeah, you need the sun on that. You need a proper sun.
That one's going to go 1,000,000 points over. I'll just say that right now. I feel like
52.5.
I feel like the Jaguars can't.
You've been seduced by Kirk Cousins.
No, it's actually
so
more,
have I.
No, it's more about the Jaguars defense. They give up so many points.
I've been
they
seduced
love
by
giving
Kirk
up
Cousins.
points. Love giving up points. Raiders Jets. Oh, by the way, I don't have a can't lose parlay yet. If you guys want to throw out any teams that I could throw in there,
Billy. No,
I said you wouldn't bring one to the table this week to Hank.
Well, I
the
haven't.
show.
Billy, I'm sorry. I've been I've been working
I'm
nonstop.
sorry.
Not all of us could show up at 4:00 in the afternoon.
I had finals.
Oh, okay, all right.
you were
Fair.
playing Warzone.
Do you want to help
with
me?
at
Do you want to help me?
1:30 a.m.
You
right
think?
now.
Wait, do you think you're saying I wasn't going to
Warzone
break? You think?
PFT?
You think I'm not
Yeah,
going to do
I
a
was
can't lose
murking
parlay?
No, I think that you're gun shy.
You think
I
I'm
you're a little
gun
gun
shy?
shy. I think
You
you're a
think
little
I'm
gun shy. I think
gambling
you're a little
gun
gun
shy?
shy. I think you're a little
Are you
gun shy.
crazy? 1-800-GAMBLER if you have a problem. But this guy has never been gun shy to gamble, ever, in my life. I'll do 2 fucking.
Okay,
can't lose
Big Cat.
parlays in your face,
I've got a
bitch.
can't lose parlay for you. You ready for this?
Well, the Raiders are in it.
okay. So the Raiders are team
The
1.
Raiders are in it.
and then we're going to go with the Packers. Is team 2
Okay.
home against the Eagles?
Yeah, they were on my list.
And then
Titans.
Billy.
Shut up, Billy.
Shut up, Billy. And then team 3 is we're going to go with the Seahawks. Giants.
Seahawks.
going
I'll
across the
probably have to
country.
add a 4th because those are very.
Okay,
big.
you want to add a 4th?
Titans.
The Vikings
I want-
maybe too.
how
I
about-
might
how
do
about
all
the
the
Titans,
big
Big Cat?
ones. I might do all the big ones.
That's a recipe for heartbreak right there because one of them's going to lose, and you're going to not believe that team is losing.
Yes, no, absolutely.
And then Hank's going to be laughing in your face. That's going to be the
Correct.
worst part.
Correct.
I'd never do
Correct. All right, Colts Texans. I actually know exactly what I'm going to do for Can't Lose Parlay. We actually are going to be taking a break anyway in a second to do an interview. So I'm going to, by the time we come back, I'll have the Can't Lose Parlay ready to go. Colts Texans. Colts are going to win this game.
Is the roof open? in Houston?
Oh, good question.
That's a
Good
question we have to
question.
ask
They hit
ourselves.
the quota. They hit the 6-year quota.
They didn't
Yeah.
I guarantee you that the president of the Houston Texans had a chick in his suite, and he was like, check this out.
Mm-hmm.
The roof opens. And then he couldn't get it shut because they've never opened it, and they had to make a big announcement that the roof was open. That's absolutely what
Yes.
happened.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Colts. Colts.
I like them too. All right, afternoon slate: Rams, Cardinals. This is a loser leaves town. I think the loser of this game is going to have a lot of trouble.
Agreed.
Getting it back together, 'cause especially the Cardinals. If they lose, that would be 4 out of 5, and the 5th being a lucky Hail Mary.
Yeah.
So watch out. Wait, how are they? Oh, because the Cardinals are playing on Sunday, and then the 49ers are playing on Monday.
Yeah.
2
So
games in
are the
Arizona.
Niners, are they practicing in that same facility?
I don't know.
They splitting it?
I don't know. They going halvesies?
Yeah, you know what they should do? The old thing where you put a line down the middle of everything.
Yep.
And then you split it all 50-50.
Yep. By the way, I had a stat for you real quick about the Jets. If the Jets are 7+ point underdogs in the rest of their games, they'll set an NFL record for most such games in a season with 14.
Oh, wow.
14 games as +7 underdogs.
You know what would be nice to see? If Cortez did a half-and-half jersey of the 49ers and the Cardinals welcoming the out-of-town guests.
Let him, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Have the 6 be the Niners and then the 9 be the Cardinals.
I like that. Okay, next up, what do we have? Oh, Seahawks, Giants. Russell Wilson's splits home and road are jarring, to say the least. And here's another stat for you. I don't know if Daniel Jones is going to play, but Daniel Jones is actually number 1 in the NFL in completion percentage for passes that travel over 15 yards.
Wow.
Truly Danny Dimes.
How many of those passes does he throw?
A good amount, I think.
Really? He's not
yeah.
like a Drew Brees, Joe Flacco
No,
type guy?
I think they take some shots. Still, that one. I don't know if that also includes interceptions. Like those
is
are
a completed
completions.
pass,
Yes, but still a little shocking to see that stat.
So, yeah, I don't think he's going to play. I don't know why you'd chance it.
It would be so stupid, and Giants fans would be like, "Well, PFT's saying that because he's biased," but I'll also echo what PFT's saying. I don't think you should chance it.
Oh, I'm definitely biased on that one.
But I'm saying
Colt
as an
McCoy.
unbiased person, I think it's stupid to chance it.
And let's see, it's going to be probably not rainy in Seattle, so the hand might not come. They might start him. Who knows what's going on? But if I were the Giants coaching staff, I would not fuck around with a hamstring right now.
No, I would not. Absolutely not. Eagles, Packers. Packers are just going to kill them. They're going to kill them.
Yeah, Eagles are dead.
They're dead. And then the Patriots, Chargers. This game is one of those ones where I don't care who's playing. All you have to say is Bill Belichick versus Anthony Lynn.
Yep.
Okay? And Bill Belichick versus Anthony Lynn.
Yeah, it's the biggest coaching brain mismatch of the year so far, without a doubt.
Yes.
And this is a guy that coaches against Adam Gase twice.
Yes.
Anthony Lynn is a dumber version of Adam Gase. I think he's a better leader, but I think in terms of a strictly football sense, he's like a second grader compared to Adam Gase, who's like a second-year second grader who's already failed.
I'd imagine Ernie Adams has already figured out every single thing that Anthony Lynn likes, loves, has ever done on a football field, and they have already shut it down.
This, to me, smells like a Patriots win by 3 because Anthony Lynn mismanages the last drive of the game, leaving them with no timeouts left, and they have to kick a 50-yard field goal, which hits an upright.
Yeah,
That's
feels good.
classic Chargers
That
loss,
feels
yeah.
good. All right, last up, the Chiefs and the Broncos. I have bad news. I think this game's going to go under and ruin everyone's Sunday.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I know.
I know why you say that.
Why would you say that?
I say that
Patrick
because the
Mahomes could
last
throw for
time these
1,000
two
yards.
teams played, there's a lot of points scored, but if you look at the box score, the Chiefs, I think, had a pick six, a punt return. The Broncos' defense will be a little bit more game than people give them credit for.
And I gave you the nugget
Alex
Monday
Kemp,
morning.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
He
The
will
ref,
be
the ref show
the
for the
referee.
Buffalo Chargers game.
And
I'm
his
following
crew.
that fuck around.
He's the guy that's the Undertaker?
Yeah, I fucking hate him. Well, I don't know if he is, but I just hate him.
So you're not going to bet on that game?
No, I'm going to, but I just hate him.
You're going to bet on it knowing that you're going to hate the officiating.
Correct.
Okay,
and I'm
got
going to
it.
be very mad
I
at
got
some
it.
point.
I'm going to take the over in it.
I'm pre-mad.
You have to take the over on Sunday
I
night.
know,
Yeah,
but I'm pre-mad.
absolutely have to.
I'm pre-mad.
That's fine.
Did you want to talk real quick about college football?
Yeah,
What was your take?
We can discuss. Well, I know that you've been leading the charge against BYU.
Nope, that's
leading
incorrect.
America's anti-Mormon bias, which
Incorrect.
is sad to see in the mainstream media.
What
as
do you
a
have
friend,
against BYU?
that's a good question.
I've been
Hank.
confused as
I
well.
have
As a
nothing
friend of
against
the Mormons,
BYU.
they're very nice people.
Okay.
They're very polite. They're very successful.
What were you going to say, Ben?
They encourage a lot of positive activities for their children and being active in the community, things of that nature. It's sad to see you go against them, but you play who you play, Big Cat. You play who you play.
I have nothing against BYU. I have something against people who think that BYU has any chance, like not even a 0.001% chance of getting into the college football playoff. And that actually is not against BYU. That's against the College Football Committee. The College Football Committee has shown time and time again they do not respect non-Power 5 teams. That just is what it is. So just suck it up and take it. Cincinnati, who I've been saying should have a chance to get in, to sneak in there if things broke right, they probably won't have a chance either. So fuck you, College Football Committee. BYU's not getting in. Sorry, guys, to break your heart, but you should have realized that a long time ago.
Does this have anything to do with 2018?
Yeah, that one guy who's like, what? I didn't even. Okay, cool. We lost. Wisconsin has heartbreaking losses every year. So yeah, I don't know. BYU can't get into the college football playoff.
Let me list you some of their impressive wins.
Give me a counter argument.
Big Cat. Here's an impressive win. Okay, Boise State.
Yeah, with their
51-17
third string quarterback.
You play who you play. They defeated number 22 Army by a victory of margin of victory of postponed.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Texas State by 40. They beat they beat the University of Texas San Antonio Roadrunners.
Mm-hmm.
You can't spell nutsack without UTSA.
By like 7?
27-20.
Yep, 27. Yeah, so they beat them by 7. That was like a 40-point spread.
You play who you play. You play who you play. Now they have Coastal Carolina this weekend.
So I'm very excited for that game. So the argument comes down to, and I actually have BYU fans back on this. I do want to see them in a New Year's Six bowl because I don't want to see Oklahoma play Georgia with half of their rosters out because they're opting out, which is a smart move. I want to see BYU play one of the big boys.
Listen,
so I'm all in on getting BYU into the New Year's Six bowls. I just want people to realize, and this isn't even a hot take. Like it's not. It's if you watch college football, if you know how it works, UCF went undefeated and they never cracked the top 10.
Right. So I actually agree with you. But what I do appreciate is that if you're a BYU fan, this is your opportunity to get to make a big stink and to say we should be in the Final Four, we should be in the playoffs.
But Cincinnati has a better case.
No, but Big Cat, what I'm saying is like if you're a BYU fan, you should be making this stink knowing that you're not going to get in there, and then you get to claim a national championship when you play a weak team. Or hopefully a weak team in a New Year's Six game.
I'm cool with that.
And then for the rest of time, you get to say that we split this. I'll put it into terms you might understand. It's like one trophy can be married to many different teams at once. And BYU, you can be one of their wives.
So the college football playoff Twitter and debate is always ridiculous, but the prevailing argument now is everyone has made it. Not everyone, but a good amount of people. Ohio State's only played 4 games. I think they're playing their 5th game this weekend. They're like, well, Ohio State shouldn't be in if they only play 4 games. Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I think they'll get to 7, and I think they'll probably get in. And guess what? This sucks. It sucks to say it because I think it's wrong, but name matters. Name matters. Like if you are a big boy, if you are a powerhouse in college football, you get the benefit of the doubt. Oklahoma has gotten that. Georgia has gotten that. Alabama has gotten that. Big boys get the benefit of the doubt when it comes to deciding those last matchups. It sucks. I hate it, but it's the truth.
And I think one thing they realized a few years ago was that controversy sells. So it doesn't really matter if they're about making money. If they are going to fuck over some teams logically, they really don't give a shit if they can get Ohio State and the fan base and the alumni and the ratings from an Ohio State game. They don't care. Like you can't go back and be like, sir, it's like replying to like a congressperson's tweet telling them to resign. Like they don't give a shit if they're logically incorrect about something. Their job is to make money, and they're doing a good job of it.
And this is why I understand why you have to have preseason polls. I understand why you want to sell those games in September of like, here's 8 versus 9. I am very much for the idea of not releasing a poll until October 1st or October 15th and letting the teams actually play it out so that you don't get, like Ohio State, if they started unranked, they wouldn't be ranked 4 right now.
Right.
But they didn't. They started in the top 10, and that's where they'll end up.
I just hope that somehow Clemson gets fucked by all this. That would be very funny.
Oh,
yeah.
Dabo
would start his own
mad.
committee. He would start his own playoffs.
Yeah, Dabo would be so mad if they pretty much can't get fucked because if they beat Notre Dame, they're in.
Right.
But if they lose to Notre Dame, he will cry.
Yes.
He will cry and make a stink and be like, he'll do the old-fashioned Kirby Smart, I think it was, who was like, ask yourself who they'd want to face next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Clemson? No. It's like, well, that doesn't matter because they beat you twice. So,
Yeah.
But, college football, it is heating up. It will be interesting to see what happens down the stretch. I think Army-Navy's this week, too. Great uniform
That
game.
doesn't feel right, does it?
Well, it feels right, but it doesn't feel right for other games to be happening.
Yes.
Because this is the Army-Navy weekend, but everyone else is crashing
But
the party.
it doesn't feel like because our entire fall got pushed back by so
Correct.
many weeks. I need that game to be
Standalone. Yep.
There's not even going to be SantaCon going on during it.
Nope. Everything sucks.
Actually, that last part's cool.
Yeah. All right, we'll get to Fantasy Lads. Before we do that, quick word from our friends from Elijah Craig.
Hank, you know what I'm going to be doing this weekend?
What are you going to be doing this weekend?
I'm going to be watching some football, and I'm going to be sipping Elijah Craig bourbon when I do it. Elijah Craig's tasty. Big Cat, you like Elijah Craig.
Love it.
We all love Elijah Craig. My favorite is making a little Manhattan with it. I love making a little Manhattan on the rocks. Big Cat, you're a old-fashioned guy?
Dad juice. That's what you get to call it.
Dad sodas?
Yeah.
I'm never going to have a kid if I have to start calling it dad sodas. I enjoy a nice Manhattan on the rocks. A little bit of vermouth, a little bit of Elijah Craig in there. Luxardo cherry. It's delicious. But no matter how you're enjoying Elijah Craig, you're going to be discovering the greatness within Elijah Craig. It's barrel-proof bourbon. Barrel Proof is taken uncut and straight from the barrel, which preserves all the natural flavors of the aging process. So you're going to get some vanilla in there, some caramel, some butterscotch, some spices, some black pepper, and some cinnamon. And every single batch of the Barrel Proof varies because they take it from one barrel. And so one batch might be 136 proof, one might be 127, one might be 132 proof. No matter what batch your bottle is from, you're in for a great pour, and it's strong, and it's delicious. Like I said, I like to sip it on the rocks, sometimes neat as a nice little treat for myself. You can raise a glass to Elijah Craig, the father of bourbon. You can go to ElijahCraig.com, find a bottle near you today. I've been drinking Elijah Craig since before they were advertisers on Pardon My Take. That's how good the stuff is. It is delicious. It will make any night better. And if I'm going to meet up with some friends at a restaurant or a bar, I like to have a little Elijah Craig before I go instead of drinking a beer before I go. Mm-hmm. It's a cheat code for pre-gaming.
Yeah.
If you're switching to liquor a little bit because it doesn't fill up your stomach, leaves you nice and refreshed, light on your feet for when you're going out, meeting up with a friend. Elijah Craig, you will love it. Tell them PMT sent you, and they will appreciate that. Go to ElijahCraig.com, find a bottle near you today.
Okay, before we get to Fantasy Lads.
Fuck lads.
No, the Fantasy Lad Boys.
Fantasy Lad Boys. I have a very special. I told you, we just took our break. We did an interview that will be airing in a couple weeks. And during that break, after the interview, we had dinner, and I came up with the Billy Go Fuck Yourself, You Piece of Shit, Can't Lose Parlay of the week.
Can we get that in the app?
Yes, hopefully. Vikings minus 2.5.
L.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Damn.
I'm just kidding.
Raiders minus 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
Colts
Vikings,
money line.
Vikings minus 2.5.
Raiders minus 2.5. Colts money line. Packers money line.
You want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
I think you lose because the Jets win outright.
No.
Yeah, I
They're
think
due.
The Raiders
I
are
think
pissed.
They're due, and this
Raiders
happened
are
last year, I
pissed.
think, to the Raiders, where it's the end of a long season. You've been hearing John Gruden scream at you nonstop for about 6 months, and you hit a wall. You hit the Gruden wall.
Okay, so if that's so, do you want to? Should I change it? Because now you are on the hook.
No, I want you to keep going, but just know that
What would you change it for?
I'm going to be taking the
What would
Jets
you
money
change
line.
it for? What would you change it for?
I
What would you
think-
swap in?
I think I would
Go ahead, Billy. You can discuss in this, even though it's a fuck your face, you piece of shit.
No, but you
parlay.
know what?
No, go ahead. You were
I
part
want
of
to
the team.
help the AWLs win money.
All right.
So
I'll go Seahawks. Seahawks minus 3.
Seahawks minus 3 instead of Raiders.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Wait, no, but you hate the Giants.
That's true.
I'd go
despise
Snow.
the Giants.
I actually don't despise the
Yeah,
Giants.
oh yeah, you do. That's probably the tweet I get the most. Is like, hey, thanks for sticking up for the Giants. It's clear PFT despises.
Well,
them.
I'm just saying you are over here gassing up the Giants' defense when, by
They are
any
good.
measure,
They
the
are very, very
football
good.
team's defense is better.
They are very, very good.
Look,
but it'd be
go-
like me saying I don't hate the Packers.
You don't hate the Packers.
I hate the Packers. You hate the Giants.
I don't hate the Giants. I think the Giants are a perfectly fine football team with a great quarterback this weekend, Colt McCoy. Don't rush Daniel Jones back.
All right, well, now I have to change it.
Well, I'd go moneyline Bills, Packers, Steelers.
He's now just reading his Berserker parlay.
No, I'm not. This isn't the parlay. This is different.
yeah.
I put closer games on the parlay.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, I put Vikings, yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Billy.
It's going to hit.
It
gonna be
is.
It
sick.
is. I like the confidence right there.
Yeah, I do too.
You feel
all
any,
right.
like you're kind of homer betting on your cousin,
Yeah.
your older brother, Kirk? Yeah.
Captain.
Got a lot of people saying that the family resemblance is strong between you two. Like he's a mix between Billy Football and Daniel Tosh.
Mm-hmm.
He's
I don't
probably
look
the
like
biggest
Daniel
bro
Tosh,
of all
right?
time.
Yes. You look like Daniel Tosh.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
A
No,
little
I
bit.
don't.
Uh-huh.
I draw a line there.
you look like Daniel Tosh.
I'm Kyle.
You look like Daniel Tosh was put in a microwave for 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
You look like there was like a computer software script that was forced to watch 700 hours of mid-90s television.
Yeah.
And you're like the no-good son of
Yeah.
the family that came out.
You look like Daniel Tosh when he, like, if there was a river next to a nuclear plant, you took a dip in there. And it's
Okay.
like, ooh, don't go in there, and then you went in there.
Yeah,
Cool.
like you look like if Daniel Tosh was in Madame Tussauds Wax Museum.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they had a weekend long
Okay.
air conditioning
Anyway.
crisis.
Okay.
You know when they
Anyway.
search for the worms at the bottom
Anyway.
of the ocean?
Anyway.
That's what you look like if it was mixed with
Okay,
Daniel Tosh.
you guys, like,
All right, I'm
aren't the freshest.
Whoa. Go on. I'm actually looking right now. You don't look anything like Daniel Tosh.
Anthony Jeselnik.
A lot of people are saying, oh, yeah, that's right.
Yo, my bad, dude.
Yeah, it's the
I was wrong.
Jazzmeister.
Yeah, I was wrong. You're a jizz face.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Fantasy.
This is so everyone. We got our
Lad fads.
Spotify. We got our Spotify like year in review numbers, whatever. And our biggest increase, we increased 106% in the UK.
Whoa.
So
Yo, by
shout
the
out
way,
to the UKers.
let's
What, like,
before we start.
God
let's
knows why.
Shout out to
This goes
everyone who
Henry.
sent it to us. Hank showed me these numbers yesterday. I don't even know if we're allowed to say it, but there was for Spotify. So obviously we're on Apple as well. But for Spotify, it was like 200,000 people had us as their number one podcast.
That's fucking
like
crazy.
the most listened podcast of their podcast.
Thank you, guys.
And then you add like however many listen on everything else. Fuck, man, it's crazy.
And then all the dead people that are getting subscribed to Part of My Take Now after last episode.
It's yes,
Yeah.
it is. It blows my mind every time that happens. So thank you. Fantasy fad lads,
Inward, fantasy lad boys.
Oi,
Inward.
oi.
fucking Yukon
All of
game.
the UK.
Right.
Hey, mate.
I got that.
Hey, mate.
Fancy a pint, mate.
Aye. Oh, this is gonna be hard.
Down.
I can't do Australian.
Want to go down the
Wait.
pub?
Okay.
Here we go.
Wait.
There's only one Conor McGregor, and there's nobody better. And he's gonna knock out Floyd Mayweather. So Floyd, watch out. The Irish are coming. You talk all you want, but you'll do nothing.
Hey, boys. All right, mate. It's Tommy Fury. My start on this week is Chelsea.
Massive cheers, Tommy.
Hey, Chelsea. The mates are gonna go get knockered and throw a few quid on step for the line this weekend.
Want to give you a big joint snog.
Chugging Fozzies all weekend with the boys, guys.
Oi.
My sit-in is Prince Harry.
Oi.
Fucking unroyal fuck. Get out of the royal family in
Wanker.
America. And my
Don't you
sit-in.
love your grandma?
He's a Benedict Arnold, he is.
Hey, cheerio. All right, my sit-in. I'm trying to find my accent still. My,
You got it. Oh, you want some help?
my sit-in is weed,
I
bro.
wanna stand
With you on a mountain, I wanna stay with you in the sea. I wanna stay like this forever, mate, until the skies crawl down on me.
What a banger. Anyway, bangers and mash. My sleeper is weed, bruv. They're not tested for weed in the NBA next year. So J.R. Smith and Dion White is going to be getting lit, mate.
Bit of wacky tobacco and cease, isn't
They're
it?
going to be putting up big numbers off some big blunts, eh?
Oi,
Yeah.
oi. Hey, this is all for fucking Shelby. I'm starting bloke bottles, innit? Bloke bottles is good, mate. Mate is COVID free. He's in isolation. They got him cooped up. We can see him on the telly if everyone comes down with the Black Plague this weekend. Bloke bottles.
bloke bottles.
I'm sitting the Jacksonville Jaguars. Oi, these lads put up fewer points than Arsenal, innit? If I have to watch another 27-0 howler, I'm going to swallow an umbrella, mate. Fuck Arsenal. Arsenal, get out my face.
Hey, Chelsea, we already know the mates are throwing a few quid on Stamford line this weekend.
Oh, right, mate's throwing several quid. In fact, several quid on the Stafford. I've thrown all my quid behind, come on, you Irons. That's right, come on, you Irons. I'm sleeping John Wall. That's right, I'm sleeping John Wall. That's how you do everything stateside, eh? We're going to build around a wall and Houston's going to pay for it. I understand how that works in our nation's capital over there in the United States, the expats. For me personally, big Russell Westbrook fan.
Love it, love it. What mates is George Harrison?
Hey, hello George.
My start is Bronny. Bronny going to play with his dad. His pop. His
nan's going to be very happy about that one.
No, his pop in LeBron James Senior. Senior in it. Sit him is Tottenham. They're at the start of the top of the table.
Top of the table. They got a few results.
They're frauds. They're frauds. In my sleeper.
Get them off my telly.
Nick Saban, he beaten the Coco twice.
Oh, Nick Saban.
Hello, Governor.
Nick Saban. Fair
Hello,
play.
Governor.
Go ahead, Billy.
It's Ralph Frampton. And my stardom is
Sally can wait. She knows it's too late as you're walking on by.
So Sally can wait. Don't look back in anger. I heard you say. Right.
Oi, my situm is Meghan Markle. She stole our Hathaway Harry from us. Royals, God save the Queen, my sleepers, equine, tranquilizers.
Right.
That's the tits, boys.
That's the tits, isn't it?
That's
it.
That's your whole thing.
That's the whole thing.
That's your whole thing.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
No.
Yeah, that's the only one.
There's a fire burning through my soul, reaching a fever pitch.
I don't know this one.
Adele, right?
Yellow submarine.
Adele. Thick girl.
Out
Adele,
there in the hills.
Right.
I fought for my meals.
Right.
Well,
right.
That's
home. Right.
That's how much we care about the lads back in
It's the Who.
The UK.
Wait, right.
Brexit.
Fun thing. Brexit, that right? Fun thing about the Who, Billy, is Who is from America.
Yeah.
The stateside. Right, for who?
Who?
The Who's
Who?
English.
No.
Yes?
No.
What?
But you got back to the cranium, Billy.
I'm pretty sure the lead singer of The Who's English.
Wikipedia.
British.
Yeah, as in American.
Wikipedia.
He speaks English.
My brain
Wikipedia.
feels like it's melting. The sing-alongs with the lads were great.
They were proper sing-alongs.
Proper sing-alongs with a pint.
No, they're British, Billy. They're British.
They're British.
Led Zeppelin.
I was taking the piss.
Good times,
He's taking the piss
bad
out of it.
times.
I was taking the piss.
Yeah.
That's one of those things when people say I'm having a piss or like taking the piss. I never know what it means.
Yeah.
I mean, you said something on
you're
social
just
today
lying?
that took my breath away. What was it? I'm gonna go have a brown.
Crank a brown.
Yeah, I've never heard someone say that.
Crank a
Vulgar.
brown, yeah.
Yeah, I
Very
need to go,
vulgar.
I need to go crank a brown.
Yeah.
It's like what?
Was that poop?
So the John
you talk
Wall.
about,
the
you
John
talk about
Wall.
fingering frogs almost every day.
That's true. The John Wall Russell Westbrook trade was hilarious because it was a trade where I think both teams lost.
It's essentially the status quo.
It's like, so the Wizards are now going to get the 7th seed. And I guess the Rockets, maybe if John Wall, but you still have to play with James Harden.
Yeah,
so.
it's John Wall, who's a ball-dominant point guard, going to play with James Harden, who's going to hate. And then the Wizards in the East probably improved by like 2 positions.
Yeah.
And they're still going to get smoked in the first round.
Yes. So
I mean, I guess the big news is like there's a team that was willing to pay John Wall that much money.
Yeah, and
So,
I also my other instant reaction from it was how long is it going to take for you or for everyone to have the Rockets make a deal and not be like, ooh, great deal by Morey? Because like initially it was like, ooh, that's savvy by Morey, and I was like, wait, nope.
Yeah, this makes sense for all the like weird cap numbers that Morey liked to play with. No,
You're
he
like,
just took
he's
a
seeing something
huge
we
contract.
don't know.
Yeah,
Like, nope, that's not Morey anymore.
So John Wall, the whole like gang sign thing for him came back in the news like 2 weeks ago. I think that was the Wizards front office trying to be like, this is why we want to trade him because he made gang signs like 3 years ago.
Yep.
But they were they were Crip gang signs, right?
Yes.
Now he's rocking red all the time.
Oh,
that'll be interesting.
Yes, maybe you have to change the uniforms. Are these fake uniforms that are coming around now? I saw these new city. Is that the newest city uniforms? Those are sick. Because NBA is the one league where I'm pretty sure someone in the league office is just like scrolling through Reddit at all times and be like, "Look at this fucking uniform. This is cool.
Yeah.
Let's build an entire uniform base off of this."
The Rockets ones, they came out with their ass. The blue ones. They're like themed after the Oilers jerseys, but they just look like Thunder jerseys.
I'm looking at it right now.
Jersey roast NBA city jerseys.
I mean, that's probably because they knew John Wall was coming, right?
Okay. I'm doing quick off the cuff. Love the Hornets. The Bulls are just blah.
They
They're
should spell the Rockets ROCCETS.
Yeah. Heat awesome. Pelicans, Orlando cool.
I like the Celtics ones.
San Antonio's might be the best. San Antonio's are fire. San Antonio, I'm in on San Antonio. Okay, so there you go. Those are the impromptu. Anyone got any that they like?
I'm looking at the Jazz is pretty cool.
Yeah, the Jazz are pretty cool.
Although
the Valley.
Yeah, they look like that's Denver, or is that that's Jazz?
Sacramento. No, Utah's down below it.
So now we have three teams that look like the Nuggets.
Yeah, Sacramento's
okay.
the Valley. Right?
I like Sacramento then.
Is that Sacramento or is that Golden State? The Valley?
No, they're not. The Valley.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's where they do porn.
Right. No, Sacktown is Sacramento. Who's the Valley?
I think that's Utah.
No, but Utah's right there. This has been great. Sorry, everyone. We're going to get to Bryan Cranston in a minute. And then we have Trey Wingo. All right, Jake, you get that. I'll do this ad. Okay. We'll figure it out.
I was going to say, the Heat one looks like a gender reveal that can't make up its mind.
Ooh, nice. Get me the Valley. Who's the Valley?
Oh, it's Houston. Oh, no, it's Phoenix. Phoenix Suns.
Phoenix. Okay, Phoenix.
Phoenix
the Valley.
Suns, yeah.
All right. Let's get to Bryan Cranston. Awesome interview with Bryan Cranston, best actor alive, maybe television actor. Listen, soon you can stream everything you want to watch when you're not watching sports. Introducing Discovery Plus, a new streaming service bringing you the greatest collection of real-life entertainment plus exclusive originals you won't find anywhere else. Watch your favorites from brands like HGTV, Food Network, TLC, ID, Animal Planet, Discovery Channel, and more, including shows like Shark Week, The 90 Day Fiancé, Universe, Diners, Drive-Ins, Dives, Hometown, and Naked and Afraid. Plus, you get the BBC Natural History Collection, including Life, Planet Earth, and brand new specials to come. From food to nature, true crime to flipping houses, puppies to classic cars, whatever you're into, you'll find it here. This is a must-have, by the way, because who knows, sports, if you're streaming sports, some days we don't have sports. Some days there'll be a cancellation. You need to have this. Discovery is the way to go. Discovery Plus has all of these things. HGTV, Food Network, all of them. Discovery Plus. Start streaming January 4th, U.S. only. So right after New Year's, you're going to want to go find this. Discovery Plus. It is awesome, awesome, awesome. Dude, who doesn't love Planet Earth? Who doesn't love Life? Who doesn't love 90 Day Fiancé? That is like the funniest show ever. The fat guy?
Here's a little life hack.
The little fat thumb guy?
Combine two of our favorite sponsors, 3Chi and Planet Earth. Enjoy.
There you go. So Discovery Plus is the way to go. January 4th, start streaming. U.S. only, Discovery Plus. Do it, do it, do it. Okay, here he is, Bryan Cranston. Okay, we now welcome on a very, very, very special guest. It is the man, the myth, the legend, Bryan Cranston. He has a new show out December 6th, that's Sunday, called Your Honor on Showtime, which I'm very excited for. I watched the trailer. I'm excited for it. Thank you for giving us new TV in a time when a lot of us are sitting at home, not able to go out to the bars and everything. My first question was, it's been a while since we've seen you in a big-time TV show like this. Was that a conscious decision to take some time off so people aren't like, hey, there's the meth-dealing guy?
Yeah. Hey, first of all, good to see you guys. I hope you and your families are well. And boy, it is challenging times, no doubt. It's been anything but a boring year.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of looking forward to boring.
Yeah.
Yeah. A career is made of a lot of decisions, and when I was steeped in Walter White world and Breaking Bad and what that became, I realized that, it's that character became so iconic that it's going to be hard to lose myself or have an audience feel that they could lose their self looking at me in some other capacity. So I gave myself a moratorium of like 3 years. It was an arbitrary number. I just said, I feel like I have to stay away from television for at least 3 years. And so I did that. I went off and I did some theater and Broadway in London and did some films. But for me, it's not necessarily the medium more than the story. If I'm compelled by what I read, if it touches my heart or makes me think or has importance in society or something, then I want to be a part of it. And that could mean on stage, it could mean a film, could mean a TV show. And this happened to be a television show.
Well, I read an article before this interview where you said, in your business, sometimes people will get fatigued of actors or characters. I want to push back on that. I don't think anyone's ever been fatigued of you. The world needs more of you. But it actually kind of worked that time you took off from being in a TV show, and then this pops up, and you're like, oh, I'm very, very excited for this. Like, I'm pumped that we get to see Bryan Cranston again.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're saying that. I hope everybody else says that too. But I mean, what really got me about this show, Your Honor, was the premise that it asks the question, what would you do to save the life of your child? And I don't know, are you guys parents?
I am, and I if you ask me that, my son's 18 months. If you asked me that 2 years ago, I'd be like, I don't care. And then the minute you have a kid, you're like, oh my God, it sounds cliche, but literally everything has changed in my life.
It really does. And you wear your heart on the outside. And, for guys, we take care of ourselves. When we get married, we open up that circle, take care of our wives and be protective. And then you have children, and all of a sudden wait till they go off to school, man, and you can't control situations, and it's tough. And here's a situation where I have a 17-year-old son in the show, and he gets involved in a car accident, panics, and leaves the scene of the accident, which created a crime. But he's a sensitive kid. He did the wrong thing. He tells me about it. I tell him that we need to do the right thing, or your soul will forever be stained by this. So I tell him we're going to turn him into the police department and go through the judicial system and hope for the best. And that's tough enough. When I get to the police station, I discover that the kid who he hit, who died at the scene, his parents are grieving. They're at the police station as well. And I find out that the father, is a notorious and extremely dangerous mob boss. So I know immediately that guy is going to find my son and kill him. Mm-hmm. And so that's all it took for my character to make that impulsive decision to say, we're turning around, we're going home, we're not doing what I said we should do, because everything changed, like you said,
Yeah. Interesting. I like the notion of taking some time off to kind of reset and let the audience reset. It's funny because we were interviewing Matthew McConaughey about 2 weeks ago on this podcast, and he said that he had to do the exact same thing. Two of our generation's greatest actors, Matthew McConaughey and Bryan Cranston, he had to just stop getting pictured outside shirtless so that he would no longer be receiving offers for rom-coms. You probably had to just, no more pictures of you in your whitey tighties standing on a road.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Speaking of it's like you got to draw the line somewhere, or you forever be typecast.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's that Matthew just sent me his book Green Lights, and I'm looking forward to reading that. But that's what you have to do. And what he did take a journal, try some other avenues of creativity that stimulates you, and if you're fortunate, which we have been, there's always avenues for you to go back and try something else.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell when you run into somebody on the street and they recognize you? Can you tell right away if they're going to know you as the dentist from Seinfeld, as Malcolm's dad, or Walter White?
Usually by their age, I can tell, or the gender. If it's an older mom, it's like, oh, I bet that's a Malcolm thing there. Mm-hmm. In the city, in New York City, in more urban settings, older people know me as the dentist on Seinfeld. College kids or guys, who are just starting out, your age, your generation. That's mostly Breaking Bad. I think is that no? Yeah.
I think Breaking Bad, at least in my opinion, I think it's the best television show of all time. And the character arc that you have when you're working on it, Walter White goes from the most mild mannered milquetoast guy that you can ever imagine to obviously like a ruthless killer and a criminal mob boss essentially. As you found yourself acting in that role over the course of those years, did you feel cooler as like year 3 and 4 happened? You're like, I don't have to play nerd anymore. I can like shave my head, go around talking shit to people.
It's really something. There is something innate in confidence, and when I cast people as I direct and produce now too. So I'm also casting. When I see an actor come in filled with confidence, it gives me confidence that they can do what they say they can do. And I think that goes a long way. I try to tell high school and college kids, be bold, take a step out, look someone in the eye, have confidence in that. If you see someone who walks into a room looking for a job and they're like, I maybe, and I don't know if I'm not winning them. I look at that and I go, I'm not sure that I can trust that if they get on the set that they can do this job.
Yeah.
So confidence is everything.
That's probably the compliment we get the most in terms of our sports opinions. We are terrible with them. Our takes are terrible, but we say them confidently enough that people think we're right. Why do you think?
Hang on. There's a difference between confidence and arrogance.
Yeah, we're arrogant. That's us.
All right, so here's an arrogant.
It turns out arrogance plays in sports.
Yeah, here's an arrogant / confident question. How big of an asterisk do we put next to the Dodgers World Series victory because it was only 60 games and it didn't really count?
Shut up. That's an arrogant question. How about going back to 2017 and telling the Houston Asterisk that they don't deserve that trophy?
Yes. How? So you obviously are a big Dodgers fan. Are you a Lakers fan as well? Has this been like?
Yeah, I'm a homer. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, so I'm straight down the line for all the teams here. The Rams left me 20 years ago, and then they came back, and they thought that they can just win me over right away, like your girlfriend dumped you, and then she comes back and tries to just pick up where they left off. It's like, hey, not so fast. I can smell St. Louis all over you.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So. So I'm kind of warming up to that, although I also start to really like the New Orleans Saints in football because I spent so much time down there shooting the series and got to know Sean Payton and went to some of the games, and it's a lot of fun. That team's really fun. I think they're going to do well this year.
So Your Honor, obviously, yeah, like you just said, takes place in New Orleans. How much New Orleans do we get? Because I love, when you watch show and like The Wire is Baltimore or Breaking Bad, you're in the middle of the desert. How much do we get of New Orleans? How much of New Orleans is a character in this show?
You get it. We did this right. I think we gave it its prominence, and we're in the court system. We're in the French Quarter. We're along the Mississippi River. We're seeing the streetcars and the jazz and the second line marching during funerals it's the food. It's such a passionate city. It was great to work down there, and it was a great backdrop for this story.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that you're the best actor in television history?
Do you think so?
I'm going to say something with confidence. Yes.
No.
I think you are.
I don't think in those. I honestly don't think in those terms. I have no idea. I don't really care. I don't think that can be answered, and it's not even important to answer it. I just do the work. I have a blue collar background. We didn't have money growing up. My parents split up. We got kicked out of our house foreclosed on. I had to live with my grandparents for a year. It's just So it was a tough, confusing kind of childhood, and you navigate your way through it. And the thing that I took with me that always was in my back pocket is the ability to work and to shut up, keep your nose clean, do the work. And that's all I know how to do. Some, young actors will tell me, well, what do you attribute it to? And I go, I really don't know. I just keep working. So when it comes to awards and things like that, which I've had an abundance of given to me, which I'm very happy about, but it's always come as a surprise. Just, someone taps me on the shoulder. I'm focused on the work, and someone wants to honor me. It's like, that's great. So, that's the basis of it. I just love to work. I love to tell stories. And I think it's one of the sweetest things about human beings is that whether you're 2 or 102, you always want to be told a story.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I mean, and always when I see somebody on TV, and if it's an actor or an actress, and they can cry on command, to me that's just like a cheat code. I'm like, well, they must be the best actor of all time. Like, I'll give you a specific scene. I think it was in Ozymandias. It was the one where Hank got killed, right?
Yeah.
I just love any series that kills anybody named Hank. Just for the record, that's our producer's name. When he's killed at the end, when you have that breakdown and kind of things become real, you start to bargain. You go through like all the stages of grief essentially within, a 15, 30-second time span. What's making you go through that? Do you actually get a little bit afraid in the moment? And then secondly, how long does it take you to like get back to zero and recover after shooting such an emotionally intense scene?
Well, that's a good observation, because it does cost you. Actors have to be willing to spend their capital emotionally. In order to be an effective actor, you do have to have talent. I don't want to dispute that. You do. But you also have to have an insatiable curiosity to be able to do the research, to be able to use your imagination on things you can't find. The other thing is you have to be willing to open up the cavity of your life and say, okay, I'm going to appear in my underwear. I'm going to show that Walter White, when we first see him, was flabby and pasty and out of shape, and I'm going to show that. And as embarrassing as it may be for you personally, it's right for the character. So you have to go there and allow yourself to be exposed like that and potentially humiliated. But what's great about human beings is that when you get out of middle school, in middle school, when someone embarrasses themselves, everyone laughs with them and laughs at them. You get out of when you're in college and later, you see someone publicly embarrassed or humiliated. That's the last thing you want to do, because you don't want it to be you. So you emotionally or even physically put your arms around that person to protect them. And that's what draws in an audience. When they can relate to a person's flaws, when they're not perfect and they're trying, they go, that guy is me, or that's you. I recognize that person. And then you take them on that journey with you, and they trust you because you've shown them your vulnerability. I was in my underwear, and that's all. And those people are going, that poor bastard, man. Mm-hmm. And he's dying of cancer, and oh my God. So I'm on board with you, and then you've got them. Then you take them for a ride, and you have a responsibility to fulfill that promise.
And that's actually a great promo for Your Honor, because like you said, the vulnerability of a father being like, what would I do for my son? That's, I mean, I like I said, I watched the trailer and I was like, I'm in. I'm all the way in. Not just because mostly it's you, but also because of the story. Once you realize what it's about, you're like, damn, this is going to be great. Did you think the Fly episode was boring?
No, I thought it was very unique.
You're such a hipster.
Hey, man. Did you think it was boring?
No, I didn't think it was as bad as people said it was. Well, some people said it was. It was obviously very volatile. Some people said it was the greatest ever. I just was like somewhere in between. It wasn't the greatest ever, and I wasn't totally bored to death, but I was like, all right, I'm ready for the next episode.
It's so interesting to I mean, Vince Gilligan is such a genius that he was able to say, okay, what if we just focus on the minutest element, the smallest thing around, and he becomes obsessed with that. In this case, a fly. And so this little fly in Walter White's kind of damaged mind actually starts to believe could ruin his whole enterprise, could damage the credibility and the quality of the cook. So he's got to get this fly, and it created anxiety with the viewers because we kept it so small.
Yeah,
and you're constantly waiting for the story to open up, and it just never does.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh God.
yeah, and I guess it was mission accomplished because it was beloved and also hated. And I feel like you can't have a better compliment than to be like, well, I elicited ultimate emotion on both sides from this episode.
That's right. Like you guys, what you were talking about earlier. Do you want to go through life not taking a stand? Do you want to be reserved in your opinions and not? No. Right or wrong, here's what I feel. You don't have to agree with me, but this is what I feel and what I think. And whether that's making a prediction in sports or politics or religion or whatever this is what I stand for. And you can be respected for that. You're not always going to be revered for that or loved, but you will be respected.
Well, how about you make a prediction on the Rams over or under half a Super Bowl for Sean McVay during his time in Los Angeles?
Ooh.
Well, God, he's already been there. He didn't you mean a Super Bowl victory?
Super Bowl victory,
Yep.
yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
I think, this team is kind of frustrating because it takes a few steps forward and a couple steps back. Like last week's game was just like, what are you doing? But perhaps it was a good loss. Perhaps Goff has matured and realized certain things that he will need to learn if he's going to be an elite quarterback. So let me say this. Let me say that he will, that the Rams will pull it together. And I would say as 75% yes, that McVay's stay in Los Angeles will produce a Super Bowl victory.
This is kind of a weird question about sports and celebrity. I feel like when people become A-listers, they just don't really care about sports the same way. Or they maybe, they got so much stuff going on. They're A-listers, so they're not like, hey, I'm going to sit on a couch for an entire Sunday and watch all this football. Has that happened to you, or do you still like, hey, if my team's on, I'm going to watch them?
The latter. I realized when I was a kid, man, I watched everything. I would even listen to hockey games on my transistor radio. I mean, I loved it. Unheard of. But yeah, I just don't have the time. Who's got the time? Once you have kids and a wife and a house and it's like, you're juggling so much. You just, the demands of life. But I try to catch the teams, that I root for as much as possible and stay in tune with it. I'm, like you said, I'm a real big baseball fan.
Yeah.
And boy, for the Dodgers to win this year was a real treat.
When you were watching that last game, were you like, what the hell is going on? Why are they taking Blake Snell out? Like, you obviously were excited that they were taking him from the game. But what were your emotions going through those like last three roller coaster innings?
I thought, finally, if we get that guy out. In fact, I think the Dodgers should pick that guy up. He's they're talking about possibly trading him. I think he's a gamer. That guy is tough to beat. Former Cy Young winner. I couldn't understand why they took him out. Mm-hmm. I mean, he gave up like 2 hits, and it was like yanked him immediately. And I thought, whoa. So that's going to be debated for quite a long time. I think Cash is going to face a lot of criticism for that for years to come.
Are you a numbers guy, like a sabermetrics matter guy? Because I know that it can be justified in theory going back and looking at the trends when he gives up a certain number of hits after he's going through the lineup twice. But then there's also the other side where it's like, this is your Cy Young guy. This is the guy that got you here. Let him keep pitching. Which side of the debate would you find yourself on?
Well, as an actor, you are innately an emotional person. You are in tuned with your gut, with your how does something feel? What's your sensibility about something? So it's totally not numbers. not the business end of it. And, he gives up X amount of ground balls. And so the next pitch should be such and such. And no, I think he went with the numbers and didn't go with his gut. And you saw, Blake Snell, no pitcher really should want to come out unless they injure themselves and realize I'm done.
Right.
But he wasn't close to being done. So I couldn't understand, but I rejoiced.
Yeah. All right, I had one last question. Bryan Cranston, Your Honor is coming out Showtime on Sunday night. Very, very excited. Episode 1, December 6th. So you haven't missed any. Make sure you watch it. Final question brought to you by Cross Country Mortgage, America's crazy good mortgage company. Go to ccmlens.com/take to learn more about your future home buying experience or refinancing needs. Equal housing opportunity. All right, so we do a little thing. People also ask. So if you ever go on Google and it's like, this is what, how tall is this person? So one of the people also asked, so this isn't us asking, this is the people, is Bryan Cranston a nice guy? And the answer is, as an A-lister as they may be, Cranston has been known to be gracious, complimentary, and full of respect for those who came before him and those who will come after him. So it seems like you're a nice guy. Is that acting? Are you acting nice?
Fuck off. I don't need to answer that question.
I think you're acting nice. I think that's how good of an actor you are. You're actually an asshole, and then you're acting nice, and then people also ask on Google, and boom. But no, seriously, it's actually rare, I feel like, for A-listers to be like, oh, he's also a nice guy. So good job acting there.
I learned how to behave very early on. Old friend is Tom Hanks, and I worked with him several times when he was producing and directing and writing, and I saw how he handled himself on the set, doing work, being respectful. And the actors that I've worked with who I emulate and respect are also those who showed respect to others. And be kind, be happy, be lucky that we're working as an actor. I always remind myself of that. Every time I step onto a set, it's like, this is the greatest. Look at what I get to do for a living. It's insane. So why wouldn't you be happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you know this. Actually, you probably do know this. But in 2006, I wrote a movie about a high school dropout that makes and sells meth with his high school chemistry teacher. So I don't know if you spent any time in Richmond, Virginia, where it aired for the first time, or if Vince was around. But if you truly are a nice guy, like the internet says, I feel like 5-6% of residuals would be a fair thing to share with me. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me what's industry standard here.
Well, I think you just froze. I don't think I didn't quite hear
10%. 10%. I heard. Okay, I heard you say 10%.
Yeah,
Wi-Fi is weird.
So the history behind that is, I didn't watch Breaking Bad for like the first 2 seasons because I was mad, because I wanted to make like a full-length movie out of it. Then I started to watch it, and I was like, God damn it, this is the best show I've ever watched. I guess I can't be mad anymore. So you turned me. So anybody out there that hasn't checked it out, go watch Breaking Bad. Watch.
It's a little show.
Yeah, it's a little show called Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
But also feel free to send me a check, Brian, next time you get one in the mail.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you wrote that, and like what the common practice in Hollywood is for writers to write spec scripts. And so you write something that you think would sell, and you can actually get a job off that script. Whether or not that script ever gets produced is not as important.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That was a nice guy answer.
Very nice guy answer. God damn it.
All right, Bryan Cranston, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Everyone go watch Your Honor. Very excited for this show and appreciate it a lot, man.
Thanks, brother.
All right.
See you guys.
See ya. Take care. That interview with Bryan Cranston was brought to you by our great friends over at Norton 360 for Gamers. If you're playing in the snow or if you're playing games online, don't unhappy your holidays by leaving your gamer accounts exposed. Cyber criminals are targeting gamer accounts. They can gain access to your profiles, take over your webcam, sell your in-game items, and spend your virtual currency, all for real money. You got to protect all your devices, not just your gaming computer, from malware and nerf cyber threats that can take over your username and steal your passwords. The best way to do that is with Norton 360 for Gamers. Norton 360 for Gamers is a comprehensive solution designed by gamers, provides security for your PC and your devices. You get a VPN for online privacy. You get dark web monitoring for your gamer tags and more, all with fewer notifications so you don't get distracted during play. Dark web monitoring for your gamer tag sounds awesome. I want that. I want that for my name. Not forget about my gamer tag, my name as well. No one can prevent all cybercrime, but Norton 360 for Gamers can help keep you jolly in gaming this holiday season. Get Norton 360 for Gamers at norton.com/gamers. Save 20% off your first year by using promo code PMT. That's 20% off your first year, promo code PMT. If you go to norton.com/gamers, promo code PMT, get that 20% off. And now, Trey Wingo.
And now for something completely different.
All right, we now welcome on our good friend, Trey Wingo. He's got a new podcast. He is now a former ESPNer, although maybe you are an ESPN guy for life. Trey Wingo presents Half Forgotten History, new podcast. First episode was on Tuesday. Wednesday. The new episode is out today as you're listening to this. Who's on this episode today?
This will be first of all, it's always good to talk to you guys, and it's good to see you in Zoom as opposed to just over the phone.
Yes.
We're stepping up our relationship, which I feel good about. But yeah, next episode comes out today. It'll be Darren Woodson, the leading tackler in the history of the Dallas Cowboys, 3-time Super Bowl champ. And someone just walked right in front of the camera.
Yeah, that was Jake. So Half Forgotten History. I would assume you guys are now going to be going through something that we've half forgotten or maybe full forgotten. Is this a play on you smoking too much weed and having no memory?
No, it's a play on me having too many cocktails and smoking too much memory. Got it. And by the way, we should say we're presented by Maker's Mark, State Farm, and McDonald's, so it all works.
There we go.
But the whole premise of the show was like some of the best conversations I ever had working with these guys and talking to other people in the NFL was not in front of a microphone, in front of a camera. We'd go out to dinner. We'd be in the green room. We'd be somewhere having a cocktail, when you could do that. And the stories they would tell were ridiculous. And I was like, people need to hear these stories. So that's the whole premise of the show, because if we don't get those things out now, they may be forgotten in time. And we're going to do it with a glass in our hand. We'll have a good time.
I love it.
That sounds great.
Love it.
So little free tip, now that you're in the podcast game, let's get you in the news, Trey, because either way, we're going to market this interview as being like Trey Wingo spills all about the salacious things going on behind the scenes at ESPN while he was there. Then you'll get more downloads. That's how the game is played. Who was the guy who never flushed correctly at ESPN? Now that you're gone, you can.
Well, first of all, that would mean that I would actually watch someone while they were in there doing the flushing, which I just chose not to do, so I can't answer that question.
Okay.
But you can tell a boomer. Like, if you go in the stall and you're like, yep, that's Chris.
I will tell you a Chris Berman bathroom story, though. It's a good one.
Please.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
It's not what you're thinking, but it was like my second day there, and I was walking in, and Boom was in there washing his hands. And I'd met him once when I was in St. Louis. And I just said, hey, Chris, it's Trey Wingo. I'm new here. I met you in St. Louis. He goes, oh, yeah, you were the guy that told me to try the cheddar smokies in the Busch Stadium press box dinner room. He remembered what hot dog I told him to eat, which I thought was the most boomer thing ever, but it was very cool. And it just happened to happen in a bathroom.
I like
That's
that.
Great.
All right, so I did read an article. You talked about leaving ESPN. You said you have no ill will towards anybody at ESPN.
Zero.
Hypothetically speaking, though, so you have no ill will, zero ill will?
None.
Okay, so what about liking some people more than others? So if you had to rank who you like the least, this is an ill will. Yeah. Who do you like the least at ESPN?
This is way to turn the tables.
Yeah.
No, this is not ill will. This is just look. That's
you still like
am I
them.
Going through all?
You still like them.
Am I going through all 5,000 employees, or what am I doing?
Yes.
I mean, how do you want me to do this? All right, listen, because I think he can take a joke. Tim Hasselbeck sucked. He was
there. We go.
No, I'm kidding.
No,
I'm just saying of all my good friends, Tim would be somewhere there. No, look. You asked for a name, I gave you a name.
Whoever you name there, actually, I always assume is the coolest. Whenever you say who do you like the least, and then the name that comes out, it's like, oh, that guy actually can take a little ball busting. So, are you texting Tim Hasselbeck right now?
I am. I'm just letting him know that you just were the sacrificial lamb, and I love you. So
all right, so let's actually talk for real though. What did happen? Yeah. Did you want to stay? How did it all kind of break down?
Yeah, very very simple. I mean, I explained it in the article. Look, I knew pretty soon after. They asked me to come do the radio show, and I said, sure, happy to do it for you. And I knew pretty early into it that it probably wasn't going to be a thing I wanted to do long term. So about a year and a half into it, which would have been May or June of 2019, we went to them and said, look, we're trying to be as honest with you as we can. When this radio contract is up, it's probably not something I'm going to want to do again. I just want to let you guys know because I don't want to leave you guys hanging. I thought I was being a really good employee. I didn't want them to I didn't want to hold that back and then say with like a month to go, yeah, I'm not doing this again. And then they're scrambling and whatever. So I tried to be as honest with them as I could. And we said in like May or June of 2019, probably not going to want to do this again. We'd like to go back to doing something else. Because I love the old job, NFL Live, doing the draft, Hall of Fame. And that was awesome for me. It was the most fun I've ever had. And, you know, we were having conversations in February, and then things took a dramatic twist right after the NFL draft, which I thought was odd because I thought that went okay.
Yeah. I mean, under the circumstances, you did a very good job. I think we even held up our end of the bargain and tweeted a Step Brothers
gift.
You
did, and I appreciate it.
It was a shit show during the draft, and we didn't know what to expect. Yeah. But all things considered, I mean, you played. I don't want to say you played traffic cop very well because I know that you enjoy the reefer a little bit, and that's probably a big knock against you if I were to say that.
All right, let's just again, this is something that you guys have promulgated since Super Bowl 51, and I enjoy being the butt of the joke, but let's just be clear.
Butt of the joke.
Nice.
Yeah,
hey,
dude, your name's Trey, and you go on the golf course all day. Okay, dude. Right. Trey Wingo doesn't play. Wait, so everything happens. So you're saying like February after the draft. What did ESPN then say? Like, hey, you're not coming back, but you're gonna be here for the next 6 months, or was it the door was still open? You were talking about it.
It was made pretty clear right after that, like in May or early June, that things were not going to go well. Now, that's their choice. My choice was I wanted to do something else besides a radio show, and I want to be clear about this. It had nothing to do with Golick or Golick Jr. or anybody, people that work with. And if you can see what they've said, we all had a blast. It was great. It just wasn't what I wanted to do. It just wasn't how I wanted to continue doing things. That's all. It was just that simple. I just wanted to do some of the other things that I had been doing and I enjoyed.
Was it a problem that future you kind of created, and after realizing, man, this is really early. I don't like waking up this early. After a couple months, you're like, not something I want to stay doing for the rest of my life. Getting up at 4 o'clock or whatever it was.
No, listen, I'm completely honest with you. The guys that can do that, or the people that can do it, the men and women that can do it, they have my ultimate respect because it wrecked me. Like, it is much easier for me to stay up till 3 than get up at 3. That's just the way I'm wired. Mm-hmm. And I've been doing it. I was doing it that way 20 plus years, and then I tried to flip it. It was hard. I mean, it was really hard for me. Like, Golick is a freaking monster. He can do it, and it's not a thing. But he's like a cat. He can sleep anywhere. Like, you sit him down for 2 seconds, he falls asleep. I'm not blessed with that gift. So that was a part of it for me. It really was. That was a really hard part of it for me, was trying to flip to that schedule because it messes you up. And anybody that says it doesn't is pretending. Yeah. Because it's hard.
So I respect the hell out of you to go to them and be like, hey, this is what I want to do. I don't want to do this. There's got to be a small part of you that sees the silver lining in this, that you've reached a point in your career where you can actually do that, because I'm sure 15 years ago, Trey Wingo can't walk into ESPN management and be like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. You're probably building your career. Yeah. You have to say yes to everything. Were you surprised, though, at all that ESPN wasn't like, okay, Trey's been here for a really long time. Let's find something else that he can do. Maybe it's not full time, or maybe it's not, every single day, but let's find something. He's someone valuable enough to keep around. Were you surprised that didn't happen?
Yeah, 2 things there. If this was going to happen to me, it happened at the perfect time. As you said, I've been there 23 years. I don't have to worry about my kids' college education. That's taken care of. They're on their way. So if it was going to happen, it happened at a great time for me. But yeah, look, I thought I did a decent job, and I thought that the people that responded on Twitter when it was my last day were my coworkers. They seemed to think I did a good job. So, yeah, I was a little surprised. But look, again, that's their decision. They can do whatever they want. It's their company. They can run any way they want. My decision was I wanted to do something besides the radio, and I had to be accepting and deal with whatever was the fallout of that decision that I made, because that was the decision that I needed to make.
And so what does the ideal day for Trey Wingo look like moving forward? Now that you get to sleep in a little bit, You're doing the podcast. Like, what's your next move?
Well, we got a couple of things going, which I can't talk about right now, but things are happening rather quickly.
Softcore.
Yeah. What was that?
Softcore? No, I was just guessing.
No, softcore. No. Well, if I'm going that way, I'm going. I mean, you're going all the way in,
Whole
right?
hog,
If you're going to do that, yeah. I mean, there's no reason to just sort of dip in the water there. But look, we'll have some decisions on that in the next couple of weeks, I would imagine. But at this point, I'm really liking the podcast. I'm liking that part of it. It's fun. I get to do it from my basement bar, which is kind of cool. And we'll see what happens. Look, I'm thankful and grateful to be in a position where I can have a little time to make a decision and figure out what I think is best. So
okay, we play this game with everyone. It's we name something and then you give us just your instant reaction, what you think of. Just boom, this is what I think of when I hear this name. You ready? You want to play? All right.
Yeah. Yes, I'm in.
All right, Mike Morrison. Burke Magnus.
Oh, Burke's a great guy.
Yeah.
Play golf with him a lot.
Jimmy Pitaro.
I never had a bad conversation with Jim Pitaro.
Norby Williamson.
Play golf with him here too.
Let's see. Trog Keller.
Trog was the one that wanted me to come do radio.
Okay. Wendell Scott.
I appreciate where you're going.
I'm just reading the ESPN
this.
directory of upper management.
Just word association.
Yeah. But now these people are going to listen, and they're going to hear you saying nice things about them, because whenever someone's like, oh, they mentioned you, you got to go listen. Mm-hmm. And we actually do listen, we've had our issues with ESPN. We have friends there. You're one of them. Scott Van Pelt. We have a bunch of friends there. Rachel Nichols goes down the list. But Burke Magnus always deserves a shout-out because he's the one guy who had our back. He is the one guy who had our back.
Burke was great. I've known Burke forever, like forever. So yeah, he's good.
So how far down this list could I go before you start trashing people? Who's
I won't trash anybody. You can say anything.
Robert Temple. You ever get Robert Temple? You ever work with him?
I honestly don't even know who that is.
Bill Geist.
Oh wait, yeah. What about Bill Geist?
Bill Geist.
Billy Man, G-Man.
Billy Two Shoes.
Lori Orlando. Oh,
Lori Orlando has not been there for a while.
Oh, I'm reading an old one. So you can.
I was about to say,
Stephanie.
This is like a 2012 list. Stephanie Drewley.
Yeah.
Stephanie Drewley is one of the reasons I got on the NFL gig at ESPN.
Okay.
She started out as a PA and is now an executive vice president.
We'll just frame this entire conversation as Trey Wingo names names.
Yeah, you named all the names.
Yeah,
are
big
you gonna,
name namer.
Now, to be fair, I did say people's names.
Yeah,
you
did. In fact, you
come
named
out of my
them.
mouth.
Yeah,
you name names. Are you going to move out of Connecticut?
Maybe. We like it here, which I know
Bears.
is strange. Like we're both right out there is where they usually roam when they come out.
Are you concerned that if a bear actually shows up at your door, no one's going to believe you?
Yes. Well, no, because we've already been through that. We've already been through that experience.
What do you mean if a bear actually shows up?
Are you concerned that your star
they show up all the time?
Your star is fading now that you're just a lowly podcaster, so the Bears are going to be like, well, I don't even care about this guy. He's not on SportsCenter or NFL Live.
I think the Bears come for the food. I don't think they have premium cable. I'm fairly certain.
I'd assume with a podcaster's salary, the food probably isn't going to be as good in your trash.
The Bears have been letting Big Cat down for years.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, our sponsors have been great. That's all I'm saying.
That's great to hear.
Who at ESPN gets a private jet?
I don't know the answer to that, having never flown on one.
Okay,
That's
a lie.
You've flown on a private jet.
Okay, TV timeout. I've never flown on one for ESPN.
Oh, okay. Follow-up question to PFT's question. Who on ESPN demands a private jet and then probably over-leveraged their negotiations?
I have absolutely no idea.
Who was that?
Who was that? Who was it, Big Cat?
No, I actually
don't. Oh, Trent Dilfer.
Oh, Trent Dilfer. Yeah,
Elite 11 football camp.
Was it? Really? Is that true? I literally have never heard that before.
The story goes that Herb Street, he would have to fly sometimes from College Game Day to whatever game he was announcing that night. Trent Dilfer thought that Kirk Herbstreit had his own private jet as part of his contract that ESPN gave him, like Air Force Kurt.
Yeah.
And then
Air Force Herbie?
Yeah, Air Force Herb. And then Trent Dilfer was like, well, I want Air Force Dilf if you're going to give that to Herbstreit. And ESPN was like, nah.
I have never heard that story. It might be true. I have no idea. I have never heard that story.
I hope that it's true because it's a very funny.
It sounds
story.
like it would be fun. It would be fun if it was true. Now, I think Herbie and Fowler, when he was doing game day too, they did have to hop a jet, but I have no idea about the other part.
Of course they did. That always
it's part of
makes perfect sense. They're in North Dakota, and then they got to call a game in Oregon that
Tuscaloosa.
Night. Yeah, right, exactly.
So if you won't name who your least favorite person was, I know you just tossed a name out there, but it's not Hasselbeck. Can you say who's your favorite Golic? Including the Pugs.
Well, if we're including the Pugs, it's not. It's over, right? I mean, Pugs win in life. So if we're including, it's the easiest out for me to say yes. The Pugs, Hank and Harry.
It is. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Excluding the Pugs. You're right. I gave you too easy of an out on
that. No. You. I followed your parameters, so I did exactly what you asked.
How much better of a golfer are you going to become in your retirement?
Well, I'm not retired.
Yeah, you kind of are. Come on.
Like I said. In a few weeks, we'll have a different discussion about that. But I don't know if I'm ever going to get any better, but I just enjoy it. Like that's the simplest way to describe it. I'm at a maddening number, which is about a 9, which means half the time I hit the shot I want to hit, but the other half you think you should hit it all the time, and it's frustrating as hell.
Are you a stickler for rules? Are you a golf snob?
No. I mean, if I'm playing in a tournament, obviously, but I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh, you moved your ball an inch, I claim the hole, and I win by 7. No, it's not. Okay. I'm out there to have fun. Okay. I'm out there to have fun.
So I assume that you have to be staying up to date on all the NFL news, on sports news, whatever. I don't know that. I don't know what your next gig is going to be, but assuming that's going to be in sports at some level, you have to be staying up to date. Have you found yourself listening to ESPN radio or watching ESPN programming to kind of like stay in the conversation and see what people are talking about?
Absolutely. I mean, I follow I watch every game. I mean, I sit down like I have for the last 18, 20 years. I watch every game on Sunday. I watch every game on Monday, game on Thursday, even the game on Wednesday yesterday at 3-4. Now, I'm sorry. Look, I get the Christmas tree lighting is a big deal, right? I understand that. But the game rating would have dwarfed that. Why didn't they just put that on NBC and moved over the tree lighting to like MSNBC or something? Then it's a big win for both stations.
You a big war on Christmas guy, Trey? You got a problem with the Christmas
tree?
tree?
Hate Christmas trees.
We have a Christmas tree up in the house already, so that's not a war on Christmas. I'm just thinking it was a win-win.
They should schedule more Christmas tree lightings for after NFL games because I guess there's a huge audience out there that I didn't even know about that will tune in to watch a Christmas tree get plugged in. So they should just do that.
And the funny thing was, this was like the year where everyone was making fun of the tree, right?
Yeah.
Like they thought it was like a Charlie Brown tree, and that Charlie Brown tree said, "Don't make fun of me. Your little football game is going to go on at 3:00 in the afternoon against Jeopardy rerun."
Yes, move that football game. So is it felt different though, like being able to watch the games and knowing, like Monday Night Football, you can watch the game and I don't have to get up in the morning and talk about this. That might be a little nice.
Listen, yeah, that was a thing. Like I hated not being able to see a lot of the end of the games. I didn't like that. If I'm going to talk about it, I want to be able to see it and actually consume it. So yeah, I enjoy much more the ability to see the entire game and look at it that way, as opposed to like, okay, what I miss in the third quarter or what I miss in the fourth quarter. I didn't like doing that.
How would you do that? How do you do that in early radio? Do you show up and someone's got like a sheet or someone's got the highlights package? How does that work?
Yeah, that's part of it. You stay up as late as you can. Like if it was a Super Bowl or a championship game, I would do it. But it was hard to stay up. The games finish 11:30, 12 sometimes. National championship games even ran even later. So, it was a dogfight to do that. So you get there a little earlier and go through the highlight packages and talk to people. But I like experiencing the games. I like watching the games and they're a communal thing, right? I mean, one of the funnest things about football games is everybody's on Twitter watching the same thing at the same time and sort of going back and forth. I enjoyed that part of it. I enjoyed that part of it a lot. And that was hard doing the other shift.
Yeah.
During your time off, as you're preparing to announce your retirement, maybe this could be a good opportunity for you to like.
So to be clear, what you're saying is in your time off to announce your future time off.
Yes, exactly. Which would be a great press conference to have.
Got it.
Have you considering like reinventing Trey Wingo? Like for example, you could show up doing the Colin Cowherd thing where you've got jet black hair coming back, and then everyone's like, "Oh yeah, there's Trey."
Yeah, that's
the 35-year-old. Yeah.
That's not going to happen.
I think
we're not doing that.
I think maybe a redhead. Maybe you could become a ginger. Or
I could be a ginger?
Yeah, you could pull off a ginger look. Or
I could be like old Ronald Weasley?
I was thinking that you could do just like update yourself on the movies. I'm not saying, come fully into the year 2020, but you could start making Forgetting Sarah Marshall references and things from like the late 20-aughts and early 20-teens. Maybe just
as opposed to
like the standard Anchorman, Step Brother, which we all love.
Yeah.
But maybe just take 3 or 4 years step forward.
Never was he. I mean, like Step Brothers was not a movie I think I quoted a ton. Anchorman, obviously, you got me there. There's no question about that. But we can move up to Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That's easy.
I feel like that's a good middle ground.
Yeah,
it's a good starting point.
What who are the big guests you got coming up on your new podcast?
Well, we like I said, we just did Kurt Warner. Darren Woodson is going to be coming up on Friday or today when this is coming out.
I said big guess.
Okay, Hall of Famers. Got a couple Hall of Famers.
Mm-hmm.
Does that count? Are those
Darren
good?
Woodson's
there you go.
Big guess. Darren Woodson's a good guess.
Darren Woods, Emmett Smith, Jim Kelly, Victor Cruz. Victor Cruz is going to talk about the boat photo in ways you've never heard before. Which is
hell
okay.
yes,
I like that.
They have the worst record in football since that boat
I
photo.
believe the way I described it to him. I said, Victor, I don't know if you know, but technically I've looked up, and since the boat photo, the Giants' record is ass. Is that your fault?
Yes, it is.
I would have to say yes.
Yes, that boat photo changed everything for them.
So,
wasn't great.
It was not great.
Football question for you: Who do you have winning the NFC East?
Anyone, honestly, at this point. I still think the Eagles' tie against the Bengals may give them the decider when it's all said and done.
You think
Carson
the
Wentz
Eagles
is playing terrible?
You think the Eagles are going to win that division?
I don't. You can't count on anyone, and they have a half win. So at the end of the day, a half win is better than a full loss. I mean, I'm just playing math at this point because everybody sucks.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, it's so wait. All right, so who do you have in your? You should have known. So everything falls apart, but you know that you're not going to stick around at ESPN after the draft. You should have done like the craziest predictions on the radio show, knowing that you wouldn't have to be held to it.
That was
okay.
A miss. No, that
was a miss. That was a miss.
It's not something I was interested in. But listen, again, there was a lot of crap going on during that time. We were trying to navigate through some serious stuff that was happening in sports, around sports, in the country. So we weren't doing wild takes. We did try one thing, though. We tried something about like what was the wildest sports take you ever heard, and someone came with this incredible thing about why Lyman Bostock was assassinated, and we're like, okay, we need to move on. We're just
actually now I'm interested. In
I
want to hear more about this. How about this?
Google.
Roger Goodell has never suspended the I-5 serial killer, Randall Woodfield, who was a practice squad tight end on the Green Bay Packers.
Absolutely.
That's a
Run
serial.
with that one.
That's a serial.
Why?
That's
a serial podcast right there.
Yep.
I think the I-5 practice squad killer.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great title.
Yeah,
I think he killed like 50 people. Actually,
that's a perfect one for half forgotten history.
Yeah, I think that's mostly forgotten history.
Because I totally forgot it, so that was good. That'll be on season 2. Totally forgotten history.
Yes. All right, I had one last question, Trey. So retirement.
Yeah.
Congrats on everything. Unbelievable. Cool.
Not retired. Not retiring.
Were you like, so 23 years at ESPN, were you like 2 years away from a watch or something? Was there something that you missed out on that's like, damn?
Well, there's a couple, they give you trophies for like every 5-year increments. Like 5-year, I think, was Mickey. 10-year was Simba. 15-year was Mufasa. I can't remember what I got for 20. I don't know. Maybe at 25, I would have gotten Mr. Incredible. Maybe that Mr. Incredible maybe I would have gotten for the 25th anniversary.
Maybe that's why you got fired.
Because
because they were like, well, we're looking at the budgets and we can't afford this statue for
Mr.
Trey
Incredible
coming up
the
in
Mr. Incredible
18 months. Yeah,
the Mickey watch where his hands point to the different numbers.
By the way, you didn't get fired. You mutually parted ways. That was supposed to be a joke, but it fell flat because I feel like that might have hurt your feelings.
I was going to let you. It's totally good.
No, you didn't sell it. It hurt your feelings.
Dan, to be clear, I'm not there because they chose to not bring me back. So that kind of counts. I mean, that kind of counts.
You're not fired in my heart.
It was mutual. It was
I'm
you
not firing
mutually
your heart out
you
here.
mutually didn't want to wake up at 3:00 every morning. I cannot blame you for that.
That I
because
can confirm.
I would not want to do that either. But earlier in the interview, I jokingly referred to you as a traffic cop because I feel like that's what everybody that's the standard line in the industry when they're talking about Trey Wingo. Like, he is the best traffic cop that you'll ever get to host an NFL show. Did you get sick of that label and be like, hey, I'm so much more than a traffic cop?
No, because look, one of the things I loved about doing the NFL stuff was I didn't care about my opinion. I wanted to hear their opinions. And the only thing I thought my job was when they said something interesting or they said something stupid, which I was happy to point out, that was dumb. I wanted to have factual information to say why I thought that was really important or why it was really dumb. I mean, people should tune in to hear what they had to say. My job was to get the best out of them. That's what I enjoyed about the whole gig.
Yeah. Is that weird going from being someone who's more of a facilitator and trying to get the best out of whoever it is you're interviewing to all of a sudden you're on the radio and you're expected to, bring your own opinions on everything?
Yeah, and I don't mind having opinions, but my opinions were always going to be based on something. Like I told them when I started, I'm not going to be a hot taker. It's just not like, oh, well, I think this because of this. No, that's not the way I wanted to operate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I always appreciate your honesty because there is certain people in the industry that love to just takes for takes, and going viral or having everyone talk about their take is more important than being right or telling the truth. So I always
and if they want to do that, good for them. It's just not the way I wanted to do it. That's just not the way I wanted to do it.
All right, so everyone go download right now. Stop what you're doing. Go download Trey's new podcast. He has new things coming out that he can't talk about right now.
Are you going to join the Skip Bayless show? Are you going to debate Skip Bayless?
Give us a hint. Are you going to be on TV?
I'll kick the coverage.
Yeah, what are you doing? Give us a hint. Oh, he's winking.
You'll see me. I can promise you that. And you will hear me.
Okay.
See and hear. Okay.
Are you going to get arrested?
Ooh,
no.
Cops.
Because that would be cool.
Not. Well, I mean, listen, I could. I mean, that's always a possibility.
That's true.
Especially all the weed I'm smoking out there.
Yeah, right. Getting all those bears high.
Yeah.
But yes, go.
The hungriest bears in the neighborhood.
They don't move as fast that way, so it's actually a smart choice.
Yes. But yeah, go listen, Half Forgotten History, and look forward to everything that's coming up. Right?
Correct.
In
and
retirement.
We're presented by State Farm and not in retirement. Maker's Mark and McDonald's, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, wherever you want to find
That's great. You got the whole evening planned out with those sponsors. You got the liquor, then you got the food, and then you got the insurance for after you get
So we're covered.
Yeah.
We're covered in case anything goes terribly wrong.
Perfect. All right, Trey, well, thank you very much, man. It was fun talking to you. Good luck with everything.
You got it, guys.
Yeah. Good
Thanks,
luck
brother.
with everything.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Cheers.
Thanks, Trey.
See you, man.
See you guys.
All right, so we're off. So who is it? What name should we name?
See ya.
Fuck, damn it. Okay, let's wrap up the show. We got Fyre Fest of the week. That's it. In numbers. Great week. Rounding up into Christmas week. Everyone's got a nice little Christmas jolly feel, don't they?
You know what? Christmas music hits a little bit different this year.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I think we're all looking for like some positive music going on.
Do you know what I like?
Vibe music.
Do you know what I like to do? This is gonna sound really lame, but I'm not a big SNL watcher. I kind of like to watch SNL in December just because you get to see the tree.
Yeah,
and I don't know, it just feels like a December activity.
What?
I'll watch live SNL this week, and I'll be like, cozy.
This is all based around the fact that we've seen like snow falling on our score bugs on Fox on Sunday.
It just doesn't snow in New York anymore.
No, it doesn't.
Well, I guess I shouldn't say anymore because it hasn't since the 4 years I've lived here, but it just doesn't snow here.
First year it did, and we had gray snow until April piled up on
That's
street
true.
corners.
That's true.
The rats were very cold.
Global warming, am I right? Hank.
I'm going in the spirit of giving. I'm going to give my Fyre Fest slot of the week to our darling Jake Marsh. I think he's got a more.
You know what?
He's got a more important Fyre Fest.
We'll add Jake's. So why don't you do yours?
Okay. You sure?
Yeah.
You
we'll
sure?
add Jake's. I'll make sure Jake gets his at the
Mine's
end.
not even a Fyre Fest.
Well,
It's like,
you got roasted by the internet. You got dragged.
okay. So what?
He got.
Oh my
dragged
God!
over.
Is this Billy and Jake teaming up?
All right, my
forming a
Fyre
union.
Fest of the week is that as the commissioner of Stool Streams, I need to figure out how to discipline two players who may or may not be sitting in this room for breaking all the rules and never wearing their jerseys to games.
Well, I've lost it.
And I don't really know how to do that.
I wore something better than my jersey to the game, which is the shirt that I'm wearing right now, which is Clown Missioner, Clown Hank Lockwood, the clown.
I lost it. What do you want me to do? And also next year, get me black, so it's slimming. But I also lost it.
All right, you guys are gonna get fined though. I'm gonna put that on the record.
Oh yeah? How much?
TBD.
All right, here you go.
I never signed anything.
I'll give you my wallet right now. Oh!
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
I've been doing that a lot recently, bringing that back, just taking the middle finger out of my pocket. It always gets people. People are always like, damn.
He's got a present for me.
Didn't see that one coming.
No.
All right, PFT, your Fyre Fest.
My Fyre Fest of the week is that I care about the Washington football
Oh,
team.
yeah, you do.
I care about it.
Dude,
I care.
I've known this for 3 weeks now.
But I officially care, and I think that they're going to beat the Steelers on Monday.
You texted us on Thanksgiving saying
I
Washington
care.
football team's going to win the division, and we all were like, I don't know, man.
I officially care. I was talking to our guys in DVE in Pittsburgh this morning, and I was like, yeah, you get to play us, so that's at least you have us coming off a short week. We never win on Mondays, and they were like, no, you're going to beat us.
Oh,
they
doing that?
They talked me into it.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I'm full in, and I think that the football team is going to win the division at 6-10, maybe even 7-9. I think that we're going to win a home playoff game against the Arizona Cardinals. I'm calling my shot right now, and it's a vulnerable position that I haven't found myself in a long time, and honestly, it terrifies me a little bit.
Yeah, no, I could see this coming for a few weeks now. I could tell you were sensing it, you were feeling it the way you're talking about the Giants. Yeah,
I like the Giants.
No, you don't. You don't like the Giants. It's okay not to like the Giants. Mine actually is related to that. And people are going to be like, oh, sick brag, but the Steelers aren't going to win the Super Bowl.
Correct.
I want them to because for once in my entire life, I got like the best line on a future. And I'm sitting here, it's the Steelers to win the Super Bowl, 55-1, and I'm sitting here watching them go 11-0 and being like, well, it doesn't really matter.
Right. What's the line at right now?
I don't know. Probably
7?
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh.
And so it's the one time I've ever been sharp in my life, and the team is undefeated, and in the back of my head, I'm like, no chance. 0% chance.
But to be fair, most of that 0 chance is coming from the fact that they have to play the Chiefs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It's one team.
It's
which
crazy to think about.
Anything could happen. Like a team could come out of nowhere. I could see the Titans maybe beating the Chiefs.
But it's a Fyre Fest because I should be so happy. I should be like 11-0. This is sick.
Yeah.
And deep down, I'm like, nah, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. One time I'm sharp.
It's crazy what our brains do to us.
Yeah. If I had the Chiefs at that, I would already spent the money.
Yeah.
I would have bought someone to come and dispose of Billy's body.
Billy.
I would have hired a hitman for you.
Is that your Fyre Fest?
Wait,
Is that your Fyre Fest?
Yeah. Go ahead, Billy.
I don't know. I'm just exhausted.
Oh,
you're tired?
No, I just
You
I
had
got
school?
finals.
Yeah,
like,
you got finals. How are your finals going? Let's hear about
I
it.
mean, no, it's just like I have a presentation tomorrow. I didn't really plan for.
Give us a preview.
It's
imagination.
No, it's just like anyway, it's like policy stuff. Anyway, I need
policy stuff.
What is policy?
I have a policy proposal presentation.
Oh, what are you proposing?
It's actually very current.
What is it?
Okay.
It's basically planning. of
Why
the
you
wall.
shouldn't put me on a list for voting for Trump?
No, it's dude. It's a you got okay.
Mandatory vaccination.
No, legit, it's actually
how the vaccines are one long con to put a chip in your brain.
no. It's actually on a pandemic response proposal for the future.
Taking
so,
masks off people's
anyway,
faces and throwing them into
no,
a
it's actually
burning
about
pile.
PPE
Inject
distribution and
Okay, keep
planning.
going. Yeah.
Anyway, it's actually you guys want to
Send the National Guard to every city.
C-.
Inject
anyway,
them with the coronavirus
You know what,
vaccine.
dude? I need the company card to borrow a tow to get money for a tow hitch.
Ooh,
I
that's
buy
your Fyre
one.
Fest?
Billy, what about
Yeah.
this? Why don't you invent
I actually need
a
to- I
synthetic,
actually need the company card.
a synthetic bat meat
Sure,
suit
I'll take-
so
I'll-
that people
you
don't
have
have
the
to eat
fine
bats
money.
anymore?
Can I have the fine money?
Billy,
Fine,
I will
because it's
give
for
you,
Vanny Woodhead to move Vanny Woodhead. I need to get
Billy,
a tow hitch.
I will give you the company card when you give me a plan for how you're going to get my name off the title, so I have to stop. I can stop paying for it.
Literally
Whiteout.
just going to chop up the van. And
But that doesn't rectify.
just
the
tell
fact,
the insurance company that it's been destroyed.
But you're not going to chop it
is
up
that how
because
it
you're going.
works?
You already said you're going to work on it. So
I don't wanna
I'm gonna
work on it.
have
I'm gonna move it,
This is
chop
what's gonna
off-
happen. I'm going to have a van. Billy's going to take it to his house. He's going to work on it. He's going to pay someone to get it fixed. I'm going to have it in my name, and then in 6 months, Billy's going to be driving Vanny Woodhead around and getting in an accident. It's going to come down on me.
Or he's going to chop it up. And then Big Cat, absolutely, like a year from now, you're going to get something in the mail being like, oh, you owe taxes on your van.
Correct.
And you're like, I don't have a van.
You figure it out.
I'm going to figure it out.
Your dog ate my title, you idiot.
I need the fucking tow hitch.
Moron.
Anyway.
Your dog ate my title.
Yes, he did. That's...
Okay.
Anyway.
I thought your Fyre Fest was going to be that you talked way too much on Wednesday's episode.
Oh, you know what? Dude... I have
I don't think you talk too much.
7 different people.
I don't think you talk too much.
Who want so much from me right now.
I don't.
Including my. Actually, I feel really bad for my. Group.
How many are we? Are we 3 or 1?
Yeah. No, you're 2, 3. Like PFT wants me to put together something about Bryson DeChambeau's nipples, and then we got.
I gave you a great
Dan
idea
Herod
for content,
presentation.
Billy.
I know.
What
This
am I
sounds
asking
really
you
rich
for?
complaining about this
To
kind
play
of stuff.
Jenga?
I'm just really. No, it's fine.
A lot of juggling.
Billy,
Yeah,
you
just
got a
juggling a lot.
stream.
my fire. I take back my Fyre Fest. My Fyre Fest is that
I'm not.
don't
feel
have,
sorry for me.
No,
I'm
my Fyre
very
Fest
thankful
is
for
that I
everything
have
have
in my
life.
possession right now the one employee in America who could write the funniest, most comprehensive review of Bryson DeChambeau's nipples indicating steroid use in the entire world.
I know,
and he won't do it.
I'm doing it. I'm in the process, but it's just like a lot.
He's juggling.
He's
juggling,
brainstorming.
juggling a lot.
He's mostly in the
So
conceptualizing part of the process.
Billy comes home from Christmas break and everyone's like, Billy, how you doing? He's like, oh my god,
My
it
boss
was
is up my
so
ass.
stressful.
No, dude, I'm just legitimately. I'm just like writing stuff.
I've got a huge report due later.
I
next
have
week.
a report tomorrow. I'm gonna be up till like 3
Yeah.
a.m. tonight. So when we finish the show, so that's
You guys
fine.
ever get home from a hard day's work and your boss is so far up your ass you just want to beat your meat?
Number 8.
We love you, Billy.
Number
we
8.
fucking love you, dude. You know that. We love you.
I love you, Billy. One of these days,
We love you.
You'll make enough money to afford shoelaces.
We're going to get it this time.
7.
I feel it, boys.
Slip on
I feel like someone is going to get
number
this.
7.
18.
8.
Aye, bro. I'm a
18.
7. I'm a 7, mate.
18.
If I get 69, I'm teabagging one of you.
8.
47.
Bro, stop being muggy. It's going to be 7. Just straight up.
What'd you say, Liam?
I love that Hank went to
95.
a British slang website, picked up a bunch of cool
No, I
words.
just searched. I used to watch Love Island. Oh my god.
69! It's 69! It's 69!
Finally got it! He got it! Let's fuck it! No, shit, it's 96.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
Sorry, Billy. No, it's 69.
Wait, who do you have to teabag?
He said somebody.
Somebody's getting teabagged?
Billy, we're not leaving this room.
I said it right before.
We're not leaving this room until you
I
teabag
told you
somebody.
someone was going to get it this time.
Hold it up.
Yo,
Stand
dude.
in the
Yo,
middle.
Billy, that was
the biggest
sick.
AWL out there. If you think you're the biggest AWL, present yourself at the office tomorrow so Billy can teabag you. See everyone on Monday.
What's funny is, like, Billy just went from being like, I had the hardest, longest week of work ever to, like, he pulled 69 and now work is awesome.
He also broke my computer.
Love you guys.
Finished working, then you're like,
You're not talking into a mic right now.
And Billy,
dude.
you also
No
owe us
one
an
can
animal
hear
fact,
you.
Billy. Animal fact.
Oh, animal fact.
Love you guys.
Pigeons
What a moment.
can't. No, squirrels can't throw up.